If the oxygen disappeared in an instant, what would happen to the world? The man completed his dive training as usual, but the moment he took off the oxygen tube, his throat felt like it was blocked and he couldn't breathe. So he swallowed back the mouthpiece and was able to breathe. He thought he was having trouble breathing because he'd been in the water too long, but when he took off the respirator again, the suffocation returned once again. He didn't understand what was happening. When he got to shore, he saw the creature passed out on the road, and the woman in the car, and then he realized, all the oxygen in the world had disappeared. He wanted to find similar survivors, so the man dragged his oxygen tank around. After a short time, he came to an abandoned house. The man entered the house. To his surprise, he found another survivor with an oxygen mask. Because of the loss of oxygen, the two of them could not express themselves verbally. The man, after expressing as gently as he could the desire to survive together, and then gestured for the woman to follow him. The woman took one last look at her mother's face. She finally chose to leave with the man. They then loaded the few remaining bottles of oxygen into the car. The two of them took off on a journey of survival. All along the way, the streets were filled with people who had seen God in their dreams. The two men were terrified and in pain. Soon after they arrived at a supermarket, they looked at the phones in front of them. They had a bold idea. The woman had the courage to dial the police. But no matter how many times she dialed, the phone was never answered. But they did not give up hope of survival. So they went to the top of the mountain and pulled out the only smoke bomb they had. But when the smoke cleared, there was no response. The worst problem was that they were running out of oxygen. The two of them could only wait for God to come. But at that moment, a firework suddenly burst from the sky. So they drove in the direction of the fireworks.